Indeed, it is time for the final race. As quickly as it started, we are almost to the end of our live stream afternoon here of the first round of the SMRC Championship, powered by Reese Motorsport Insurance. Let's rattle through the grid then. Jack Irvine on pole position alongside Gordon Long. Row 2 is going to be Chad Little and Neil Hose. Ian Munro and Michael Weddle on row 3. Dan Patterson and Ryan Smith make up row 4, with row 5 being Finn Mash and Chris Coburn. Row 6 is going to be Ross McComb and Ian Hoggins, with Ewan Robertson alongside Andrew Bell on row 7. David Taylor alongside Stephen Morrison on row 8. Row 9 at the back of the grid, Jamie Blake, and that grid was just about as fast as these cars are going to go this afternoon. Remember, this is the final race for the Scottish Mini Cooper Cup. No R53s taking part in this race, and this is in association with Project 21 Detailing, supported by Yokohama Tyres and Wheels Around. So the cars on the grid making their way just to the final stages of the preparation here, and what a day it has been for us here. We hope you've really enjoyed all of the racing we've had to bring to you this afternoon. It's certainly been our pleasure, and we cannot wait to have you back with us for the rest of the 2022 season. As always, if you do want to keep up to date, if you're on YouTube just now, hit that like and subscribe button. You'll see all of the videos that we end up getting put out here. And then on Facebook as well, if you want to hit that like and follow us on Facebook, very much appreciated. But this is, of course, the Mini Coopers, the 1.6 litres supercharged. Sorry, not the supercharged. That's the R53s that I'm thinking about there. But the Mini Cooper Cups are the slightly slower version, shall we say? They're still incredibly fast, still doing lap times of about 56 seconds. And the 1 minute board gets held out. Last time out, of course, our champion was Michael Weddle in the number 1 machine. He is down into turn number 6. You can hear again Dr. Robert Johnson on the circuit comms, and he gave us some very valuable advice. Hold on to your hats. Race 3 is very traditionally a rambunctious affair here in the Scottish Mini Cooper Cup. If you've ever watched the British Touring Cars, you know what race 3 is like for them. You can expect more of the same from this. This is when they realise, well, maybe I've got a little bit more in the budget this season for panels than I thought I would. And away we go then. So just as if, we got a chance to get our breath there, the car's underway then. And into the lead then goes Jack Irvine then. And around the outside, the number 65 down through the hill there. And what a lead he's already got. I mean, it's almost as if Gordon Long was caught napping there on the grid. He's already about 1.5 seconds ahead of everyone else on the track here. And that car is absolutely flying. I'm wondering if they're going to have to check that car to make sure it's not an R53 that's sneaked back out onto the track there, because he is absolutely gone right now. That is an impressive start to this race. So Jack Irvine making hay and getting his way out of here as well. You can see David Taylor here at the back of the grid there, just trying to avoid any sort of trouble. He wants to bring that car home in one piece as we go across the line to continue the end of lap number 1 here. So as lap 1 is done and dusted, the cars sort themselves out then. It's Jack Irvine from Gordon Long in 2nd place, Chad Little in 3rd, Neil Hose in 4th, Ian Munro in 5th, Michael Weddle in 6th, Ryan Smith in 7th, Dan Patterson in 8th, Finn Mash in 9th position, Chris Coburn in 10th, and then in 11th place is Ross McComb. 12th place for Ian Hoggins, Andrew Bell, and that is wide for Gordon Long, forced wide in 2nd position. And I said fed to the wolves in the C1, but that is quite literally fed to the wolves of Chad Little and Neil Hose and Ian Munro. Ian Munro trying to set it up the inside of Neil Hose there. That surely isn't going to end well. Thankfully it did. And look at cheeky little Michael Weddle there. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact there on the back end of Neil Hose there from the 94 of Ryan Smith there. A little bit of bumpers getting banged there. And Ian Munro struggling to get that car slowed down in time. He does. And that means that Michael Weddle then ahead of this absolute gaggle of cars then up into third position. The 44 there you can see of Ross McComb trying to hold off the number 17 behind of Chris Coburn. Absolute madness going on right now. Unbelievable stuff. Stephen Morrison I've just seen going past the commentary box here, so he has retired from the race. But have a look at Michael Weddle down there in third place, trying to catch on to the back of the 25 of Chad Little. It's still Jack Irvine in the lead of this race here. But this is proper manic stuff going on right now as we see the 111 of Neil Hose trying to fight. You're kidding me. That was number 94 of Ryan Smith trying to go right the outside, and that's a big moment there for the 94 of Ryan Smith there. And I think that was a firm slap across the face there from Neil Hose as the two cars were going round the outside of each other. That's the number 16 on the inside there, sorry, number 18 there of Dan Patterson, sending it up the inside. Number 44 of Ross McComb there gets the position. Meanwhile, Jack Irvine still in the lead from Chad Little. Michael Weddle sets the fastest lap of the race here. Ian Munro in fourth position, hunting Michael down. And then it's everyone else literally going into the toughest dip at exactly the same time here, as Neil Hose looks to be a little bit of a cork in the bottle here, as he's got what can only be described as a metric ton of minis trying to get past him right now. There is at least 8 cars trying to get past that 111 car, and the thing is that Neil Hose is not a slow driver. We saw that from race 1, so trying to figure out what on earth is going on here. But certainly Ryan Smith is not going to be putting up with this for too much longer. The 22 of Finn Mash trying to get along there as the 44 get alongside the 18 there. That is Ross McComb and Dan Patterson into the hairpin, and that's not going to work out well. But somehow they all do actually get through there. So Michael Weddle there with another fastest lap, 62.354. And what a race we have been treated to here for the final race of the afternoon, as we've got 5 laps left to go, if you can believe that, ladies and gentlemen. That's another move up the inside. That looks like, again, Dan Patterson, and again that looks like Ross McComb, as Neil Hose trying to hold on to that 94. But look at the 22 of Finn Mash there, gets that position, keeps the bumper in there, has to pull out of it through butchers to avoid contact, but he'll be trying to get the run again. Thrilling stuff, and barely a moment to catch your breath on this race here. You can see Jack Irvine still up in the lead of this race here. Now what can Ryan Smith do to get past this car in front? That's what we have to ask ourselves, because we've only got like 4 laps left to go here. And Finn Mash tries to go around the outside of the 94, tries to get a better run out of it there. It's not going to happen, but he gets the inside line, and that leaves Ryan Smith then in the 94 vulnerable as they run up the straight. The good thing is for Finn Mash as well, he's got the toe at the 111. This could be done and dusted, and we could see Ryan Smith losing out yet another position. He's going to try and go late on the brakes, but I think the 22 of Finn Mash gets it. Again, they're side by side, but Finn Mash takes that position into 7th place there. Into 7th place, taking that position from the 94 of Ryan Smith. And with 4 laps left to go, your top 3, Jack Irvine from Chad Little and Michael Weddle. And there we go, Ryan Smith trying to have a look up the inside to Clark's that back end of the car, squirreling under braking there as we go to a little bit further down on the track here. And they're still side by side. This is incredible, intense racing for the final race of the afternoon. Finn Mash, though, is going to have the inside line into the hairpin. Late on the brakes there as the 777 of Ian Hoggins gets it sent in as well. So again, as much as Ryan Smith was trying to make that work there, as the number 44 there of Ross McComb, safe to say that is quite a bit of damage on the rear right of that car there. Looking a little bit further down there, you can see Ryan Smith still desperately trying to hold on to the back of that car in front, that 44 of Ross McComb. I think is going to be going backwards quite quickly because there's a lot of body damage on that car there. It might just be a panel that's hanging off the rear arch for sure, but we'll find out anyway. But that means that it's now going to be back to Neil Hose, who comes under pressure as Finn Mash now, as we've got a big puff of smoke there as the car going very wide. And look at this, Ryan Smith almost bump drafting that 22 up in front. Which way is he going to go? Is he going to dive to the left? He does dive to the left. Finn Mash makes that car as wide as he possibly can. Great defence there from the number 22, from the young German. Gets that position held on to. Exemplary defensive driving. This is defensive driving 101 from that number 22. We're onto the penultimate lap, and Flymo has a huge moment there coming over the curb there at Duffus Step. Keeps it on, keeps the throttle pinned there, but Michael Weddle in that third position there, he's pushing so hard. He wants to get that top step of the podium. I can't see it happening as Jack Irvine comes into Clark then for the penultimate time here. And you can see just behind there Ian Munro as well in the yellow car, just trying to catch up onto the back there. Gordon Long, who was on the front row of the grid, has dropped off completely. He's away down into what looks like 5th place and 7 seconds back here. But this is the battle. Now what has happened to Finn Mash then? So Finn Mash has come together with the 111 of Neil Hose, because the 94 and the 18 are up in front. So that's Ryan Smith and Dan Patterson. So Ryan Smith and Dan Patterson up ahead, and you can see how infuriated that's made the 22 of Finn Mache. Trying to get that undone, but we're already on to the final lap of the race. Here's your race leader, Jack Irvine, ahead of Chad Little. Chad Little smells blood in the water. Look at how close that car is on the final lap of the final race. Not just for the Mini Coopers, but the final race of the day. You couldn't script this for a finish. And look at Flymo, he fancies a shot at this as well. You've got 3 cars within 0.3 of a second onto the final run down towards the hairpin here. What is going to happen? Is Chad Little going to send it? That's what we need to see, because he's got the run. He looks to the left, he looks to the right. He's going to force Jack Irvine to go very wide, and Michael Weddle tries to get a better exit out of that corner there, but it looks like it's done, it's dusted, it's over for the day. The checker flag comes out, Jack Irvine takes the win, Chad Little in 2nd place, Michael Weddle in 3rd, Ian Munro will take 4th position, Gordon Long in 5th, Ryan Smith in 6th, Dan Patterson in 7th, Finn Mash in 8th, Neil Hose is going to finish in 9th position, Ross McComb in 10th, Ian Hoggins in 11th position, Chris Coburn in 12th, 13th place for Andrew Bell, Ewan Robertson for 14th, David Taylor finishes in 15th, and Stephen Morrison retires from the race. Heart-stopping action, as always, from the Scottish Mini Cooper Cup in association with Project 21 Detailing, supported by Yokohama Tyres and Wheels Around. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the final race of today's SMRC opening round. Meeting number 1 is in the books. We'll be heading to Andy Alston for some final interviews shortly, but a huge thank you as always to Reese Motorsport Insurance for being the title partner of this race day, and again, a huge partner of which the SMRC incredibly grateful to have on board. But that is it for the first live stream almost. I can't believe we've already had a full day of racing in under our belt. It's good to be back. More importantly, after a very weird 2 years, it's good to have spectators back. It's good to have crowds back in pit lane. It's good to have teams back. It's good to have you all back here at Knockhill. If you liked what you saw here at Knockhill Racing Circuit and you are nearby, please get tickets for the next one. It honestly is such a treat to come here in person and enjoy a fantastic day out. Head over to smrc.co.uk for more details of the calendar.
Yeah, it's great action there, Dave, in the finale here in the Mini Cooper Cup. As we came to expect, it was absolute drama from start to finish. So many great talking points throughout, and it's Jack Irvine who leads the way and takes the win in the final race here this afternoon at Knockhill. And Jack, you must be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, nailed the start and got away. Got caught near the end, but held them off.
And just how important was that start that you got at the beginning of the race as well? Because that really bought you quite a lot of time.
Yeah, well, we struggled to start all day and not got away there and get mixed in with them. So definitely need to get the start right.
Yeah, no, great performance there in the finale. Came under quite a lot of pressure as well, and many congratulations on a great drive.
Thank you.
Jack Irvine there, who took the win in the final race. Let's get a quick chat with second place man Chad Little. And Chad, great action there throughout, and you must be pretty pleased to round off your weekend with the podium.
Yeah, better than the last race. I was hoping to get the win, but fair play to Jack. He'll come strong. Good performance. But.
Absolutely, and great action throughout across the three races here today, and you must be pretty happy with how your campaign's got underway overall.
Yeah, I've got 3 finishes, so it's a good start, isn't it?
Absolutely. Chad, many congratulations, great drive out there. Chad Little in P2 for the finale in the Mini Cooper Cup. We'll get a quick chat with Michael Weddle, who rounds out the final step of the podium as well, and we'll get his thoughts on what's been a strong weekend for him as well. A strong title defence, of course, as well for Michael Weddle, and he'll be looking to take that momentum with him into the next round in a couple of weeks' time. And here is Michael Weddle, who joins us now. Michael, I did wonder in the last couple of laps, were you just going to play the long game and just sit for the podium? But there almost looked like an opportunity where you could have gone a little bit further as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was catching Chad and I was catching Jack, and then I think I had a little bit of a moment locking up into the hairpin there, so I thought, you know what, just take it easy here. And then we caught up pretty early, and I thought Chad might have had a better go at him, and then it would have kicked off a little bit, but it wasn't TV. But no, I thought about going around the outside, but 9 times out of 10 at the hairpin that you end up in the gravel, so there's no point. But no, just delighted to get 2 wins and a third to end it off, so good start to the campaign.
No, absolutely, and you'll be taking, what's your thoughts going into the next round in a few weeks' time as well? Because as you say, it's 2 wins and a third. You'll be really happy with how your title defence has started.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically what happened last year, where I got 2 wins in a second. So hopefully, we can carry that momentum going a little bit. So try and get a few more wins in the bag, and then we'll take it from there.
Absolutely great stuff, Michael. Many congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Michael Weddle there, rounding out the podium for the final race here in the Mini Cooper Cup, and the final race of this afternoon. And it's been a fantastic opener here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. So many big talking points across all our championships. It's been great action. Thank you very much for joining us, and on behalf of all of the production team, we'll look forward to seeing you again at the next race in a few weeks' time.